October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. This morning, we are teaming up with Novartis to look at a new effort supporting patients diagnosed with early breast cancer. You may know the fashion designer Kristen Juszczyk. She gained fame earlier this year for the jacket she made inspired by NFL teams and worn by none other than Taylor Swift herself. She's teaming up with Novartis for a new initiative to support survivors of an early breast cancer diagnosis and to educate about the risk of recurrence. For her, it's a personal mission. Adriana Diaz met up with Juszczyk at the Fashion Institute of Technology to talk to her about her one-of-a-kind designs and her heartfelt inspiration behind them.
At an NFL event for women, fans swirled around a league MVP. And it's not a player, it's Kristen Juszczyk, the wife of San Francisco 49ers fullback Kyle Juszczyk.
Let's go, Kyle.
I'm still pinching myself every day of how this whole thing has become what it has become.
She's created a whole new fashion aesthetic for fans that's changed the game.
What's up, you guys? I wanted to give you a little behind the scenes of my week.
By hand, she cuts up traditional gear and pieces them back together as the sought-after designs sported by Taylor Swift, Simone Biles.
Ooh, that's fire. And it goes with what you got on, Gayle.
And our very own Gayle King.
And I like it so much.
I am addicted to a challenge. If someone tells me that I can't do something, it just makes me want to do it even more.
Did anybody tell you couldn't do this?
I guess people were just kind of confused.
That's because Juszczyk considered pursuing real estate and never even studied design. She fell into it by chance one Halloween.
I really wanted to be Justin and Brittany from the VMAs, that full denim look.
Yes.
Yeah, and so I remember looking online for it. I couldn't find it anywhere. I just started playing around with the sewing machine and just watching so many YouTube tutorials. How to stitch, how to backstitch, how to thread the machine.
You nailed it. You taught yourself how to sew?
I did, yeah, YouTube. I learned everything off YouTube, and now...
We met her at New York's Fashion Institute of Technology.
When you look at different colors, different fabrics, what are you looking for?
It all depends on the project, for sure. Each week I try to make something completely different materials, different techniques. So it really is depending on the week and depending on what the vision is.
What's the vision for this week?
That's a great question. I need to get home and get to work.
This was her first design for a football game.
Kind of got sick of wearing the same thing over and over again. So Kyle had merch, and I was like, oh, let me play around and see if I can make something with this.
That outfit turned into a series of looks, and interest in her creations soared, including from the NFL itself, which gave her a licensing deal to bring her designs to the masses.
That's major.
It is major, it really is. It's crazy to know. Kyle's an employee of them, and I kind of am now, too. I've always loved fashion.
A surprise success that the 30-year-old says also felt familiar.
I have this memory of me growing up. My mom had a sewing machine, and one time we got fabric and we made a throw pillow together, but it was like a one-time thing.
She cherishes every moment she had with her mother, Ginny, who was diagnosed with breast cancer when Juszczyk was just a baby. She battled the disease on and off for nearly 2 decades.
Growing up, my mom had a wig. My mom didn't have a wig. My mom had a wig.
And was there a point that you thought that the cancer was gone for good?
So even though she was diagnosed at 35 and she was treated early, her cancer did come back, unfortunately, and that's called reoccurrence. And I think that it's so important for people to realize, and after doing my research, and especially here with Novartis, I've learned that 1 in every 3 survivors of early breast cancer are at risk of their cancer coming back. Wow. And she fought the fight, really hard. And yeah, and unfortunately, it kept winning.
What year did your mother pass away?
2012. I think it's easy when you have trauma in your life to just completely block it out. And for me, I really just want to be engulfed in it, because if I can help someone who was in my shoes growing up or someone who is fighting the journey themselves, that would just be a win for me, truly.
Once Juszczyk gained a platform, she says she knew she had to use it for good. A small way of paying her mother's love forward.
What are some of your favorite memories?
Yeah, I think my mom really was just always so positive and always found light in a situation when things were really dark at some points. So I try to carry that into my life.
Have you taken any steps to mitigate any risk for yourself?
Just living a healthy lifestyle, you know, making sure I get all of my detection done every year. Also just, again, be positive. I think a mindset is so important in your health.
And your mom taught you that?
Absolutely. Oh, absolutely. Yes.
She sure did. For information and resources on personal risk and how to reduce it, Novartis is providing information at understandebcrisk.com. Your local news is next.